Shalom, coming back at it again with the part 2 to the lesson. It's all by design, giving all praises to Yahweh Hashem Al Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. All right, and we left off at the book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 7, which we went over it, but we're going to go back at it again. And it reads, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Okay, and this is another example of what the MOTV is. All right, and that whole agenda. All right, it's cursing, it's deceit, and it's fraud. Okay, it's mischief, it's vanity. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this devil is not going to he's not going to triumph in his plans. All right. So verse 8, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places does he murder the innocent. All right, and that goes into all the blood sacrifices that he does, all that scheming that he does against our people, and really starting with the elect. All right, because he has the 2/3, man. If you go into the book of First Maccabees chapter 1, he got the sellouts, man, going and pushing his agendas, but he really wants us. All right, Lord willing, we're of that number, but he really wants the elect, us in his knowledge. All right, and it reads, his eyes are privily set against the poor. You see, and that's really, this devil, man. All right, if you go into all these agendas, he's privily set against the poor. Okay, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. All right, and ultimately, man, that's really, if you go into, the way he's pulling off his agendas, he's not coming out and just out the bat introducing the MOTB. No, he has to set the stage first. He's setting up, the pieces into place so he could make that final move. That's what all this is boiling down to. That's what all the roads are leading up to, if you will. All right, verse 10, he croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Okay, and that's ultimately what he's gonna do. All right, and that's what he's been doing. All right, with this whole, this whole jab. He's been crouching, he's been humbling himself. Now all of a sudden he cares about your well-being. And it says that the poor may fall by his strong ones, right? Because ultimately he wants us to take those things, man. All right, but Yahweh Hashem Shai got us exempt from that, man. Lord willing, we're of the elect. All right, the Lord is gonna look out for us. Okay, so we're gonna go to the book of Revelations, chapter 2, and I did quote the scripture, earlier, in part 1. All right, but I'm gonna bring it out again. Okay, I believe it's 3 verse 10. All right, so Revelation chapter 3 verse 10, and it reads, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. All right, which going into this truth. All right, and enduring and walking right in this thing. Okay, it reads, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Okay, and that's ultimately the time when this devil ushers out the MOTB. All right, because it's going to be pure hell out here. All right, it's going to be all hell breaking loose. All right, that dollar's going to collapse. People are going to be, pillaging their own neighbors. All right, it's not going to be, you know what I'm saying, the Babylonian way of lifestyle is going to be, how do I put it to you? It's going to be disrupted. All right, and this devil's going to usher in, that hope, that vision, to keep this thing going, and in order to do that, you have to take that MOTB. All right, and that's where many are going to fall, because ultimately, man, Jake isn't looking past this kingdom. Jake, he thinks this place is the end all be all. All right, but us in his knowledge, we look past this kingdom. All right, we look for the new heavens and the new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's what we look for. All right, and having faith in Yahweh Hashem Shai, he's gonna look after us in these days. Okay, so don't be troubled by all these agendas. It's the wicked and all these little apps. But hey, man, that's the phone chiming in as well. But hey, man, don't be troubled at the strength of the wicked. All right, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Shai, is going to tear him down and cast him down in his excellency. Okay, so let me see. See if there's any closing scriptures I could bring out. Let me just look up ignorant. All right, brothers. Know where I'm going with this. All right, we're gonna go to the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, and it reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." Okay, and that's what I'm close out with. All right, because this devil, he has an advantage over the 2/3 of our people. All right, especially with the way they're living. They're basically giving up, man. The Lord ain't dealing with them. He's only going to deliver the elect. All right. But us in this knowledge, man, that's why we have to be on point in these final days, that we don't get taken advantage of. All right. That we don't fall into his devices. All right. Into the devices of this devil. All right. Because these devices go into these agendas, man. And there are many devices. Okay. Many devices. But the primary one is this MOTB. It's this charagma. All right. So with that, I'm going to say, Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rucha HaKodash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. All right. And once again, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth and ruling well. All right. Akim out there. Y'all stay strong. Shalom. On to the next.